Hello folks, today is Friday, November 19th, 2021. As usual, it's me, Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. It's a spicy week. We got a lot to jump into from beginning to end, so let's do it. The first thing is a wild story about Call of Duty cheaters. Now, you've probably, even if you don't play these games, you hear about how bad the cheating can be and how widespread it can be, from things to Warzone to each individual game, what have you. So, in the newest Call of Duty Vanguard, Call of Duty's anti-cheat team, Ricochet, has put out a statement about the work that they're doing, and something interesting has come out of it.
Sorry.
Were you playing Skyrim?
What?
Were you just playing Skyrim?
Yeah.
You're part of the problem.
Get over it.
So they've outlined some of their policies and some of their coming updates for Call of Duty Vanguard, but specifically this quote here is what is very interesting. Permanent suspensions for security infractions may now apply franchise-wide, including Call of Duty Vanguard, as well as any past, present, and future titles in the Call of Duty franchise. So what the statement is saying is that cheaters can get banned for all Call of Duty games, but also new Call of Duty games down the line. That's a doozy if they can integrate something like that. Honestly, the way they take everything and the way Activision takes everything with your Call of Duty account or your Activision account or whatever, you could see this coming, but still, it's crazy when you hear about it. So I want to know what you guys think specifically. Cheaters are bad, right? Like, so should they be banned forever, or is there a place for forgiveness and people to actually learn and, not cheat? Like, how hard should the crackdown be?
Yo, how cool is Crackdown?
Crackdown is cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Crackdown 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Let me know what you're thinking. It's just interesting. Food for thought. Now, next up, let's talk Far Cry. Far Cry 7 is already in the news. Oh boy. It's like we barely finished the last one, which I actually thought wasn't that bad. So, here's the deal, man. We've been talking a lot about Ubisoft shifting a lot of their games to live service, like this Assassin's Creed Infinite thing. Now, it's apparently also going to be with Far Cry. Recent reports and rumors have suggested that the next Far Cry 7 or whatever, is going to be a live service, ongoing, online type of game. And that speculation is also fueled by the fact that a big Far Cry person has moved on, leadership-wise. Dan Hay is pretty much the head of Far Cry stuff since jumping on with Far Cry 3, so he very much is part of that modern Far Cry identity, and now he's announced his departure. So, could the next Far Cry game actually seem completely different under different leadership? Maybe, but the fact that it might be a live service game is also potentially a bummer if you ask me personally, but hey, it's probably a ways away, so we're gonna have to just keep our eyes on that, and we'll keep you posted. Next up, in case you missed it, earlier in the week, Xbox had a presentation celebrating the 20 years of it. Is it 20 years of Xbox?
I think so.
God, we're old. They announced some backwards compatibility updates. They've added a couple more games to the backwards compatibility lineup. Most specifically, for me, the Max Payne series. Hell yes. That being said, we've been playing them on PC endlessly forever. But still, if you are just in the Xbox ecosystem, that is great news. But along with that, they also just surprise dropped Halo Infinite multiplayer. The Season 1 thing, it's technically still labeled beta, but your progress will carry over. You can just jump in, download, and start free-to-play playing Halo Infinite multiplayer right now.
It's so good.
It seems like it's pretty good. It seems like 343 is doing something right.
Except for the battle pass.
Yeah. Also, side note with that, I can confirm that I've been playing Halo Infinite's campaign for review. I can only share preview impressions right now, but it does seem to be a step above other 343 campaigns. I've been really critical of them in the past, but the opening hours here that I played were pretty awesome. So if you're jumping into that, let us know what you think. We're probably going to be making videos on that soon in the coming weeks, so keep your eyes peeled. Also, side note, switching gears to PlayStation, this is incredibly specific news for someone specifically like me, but PlayStation did update the Remote Play app for Android specifically, so it supports DualSense now for Remote Play. I know that is like incredibly minor, and you might think like, wow, that's not big news, but I use it from time to time. So I was happy about that update. So cheers.
You said specifically so many times.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Hey, next up, this episode's brought to you by Wealthfront. Now, we're all growing up and we need to start caring about investing in our future, and the world of finance and money has been changing constantly lately, so you might want something to help keep it simple. Wealthfront is an automated investment and financial app that I've been personally using myself for almost a year now. Long-term investment is a safer approach compared to the chaos of day trading, and I've enjoyed being able to relax for a second. You don't need a lot to get started, and Wealthfront's fees are low. They offer retirement IRA accounts, taxable accounts, and more. Everything you need. With them, you can customize a portfolio with a risk level that's right for you, but it's deep enough where you can dive in and get nerdy where you want. Along with that, you can take advantage of automated rebalancing and tax loss harvesting to make sure your risk level is maintained and things keep moving, even if you're like me and you're scared of numbers. Now, my favorite part is that the app is very transparent and easy to use and understand. It's a worry-free experience with some great extra tools like the ability to set a long-term goal, link all of your accounts, and get an at-a-glance look at your entire future. So if you want to check it out, there's a really nice plus. Wealthfront will manage up to the first $5,000 for free for life. That's a really big deal. So head to invest.wealthfront.com/gameranks or click the link in the description down below to get started. And thanks again to Wealthfront for sponsoring our videos. Oh, and breaking news, we just got an update officially from Rockstar on the whole issues with the definitive edition and all the technical problems. They have acknowledged it. They have said, sorry, basically, it's not up to their standards. They said they are going to be working on fixing the thing, which, I mean, we all saw coming. They said there is already an update in the works that is coming soon. Along with that, they are also bringing back the original versions of the trilogy on Rockstar's launcher. So it doesn't seem like it's going to pop up on Steam or anything like that, which sucks, but at least it's going to be there, and the people who bought the definitive edition on PC are going to get those games for free. It took them a while to acknowledge it, but I'm glad they did, and they have a lot of work to do, so we'll just have to wait and see. Next up, of course, my people, it wouldn't be a week without some video game delays. They have been coming. They will not stop. They are here seemingly forever. We got a couple things. So first this week, Capcom has delayed Pragmata. Pragmata. I don't know how to say it. That is pushed.
It's Pragmata.
Pragmata. It's definitely not. 2023 is now when this is coming out. And they have also kind of delayed it while hyping it up and saying it's going to be an incredible adventure. So we'll see. That's a long ways away. I can't wait to forget about it for a year and then go, oh yeah, cool. Along with that, the new Saints Row game, the Saints Row reboot, has been pushed quite a bit. That was originally releasing, I believe, in February. And now it is pushed all the way to August, with the developers stating that they underestimated the impacts of COVID on development and stuff like that. We've heard that many times before. So yeah, at the very least, it's scooting out of a very busy release window. Like January, February, March for game releases are pretty stacked, more stacked than they've been in a while. Because speaking of that, we do have an update on my most anticipated game personally, Sifu. It's for PC and PlayStation. This awesome action combat game from the people who made Absolver, which I also really liked. I've been talking about it a lot. They have moved their game release actually up a week in February to avoid Elden Ring specifically, which good move on their part. So now instead of a release on February 22nd, it's now releasing February 8th, which is pretty sweet. I can't wait to jump into that. And in some other news, some spicy news, following up from what we've talked about a couple weeks back with Activision Blizzard being in the hot seat, sued by the state of California for labor violations and all just seemingly a not good workplace. A new report has released, a pretty damning one, of CEO Bobby Kotick. The report suggests that he was more aware and involved in some of the bad workplace stuff. And this has led to a bunch of backlash from employees, internally, externally, everything. Most people asking for him to step down. I kind of see that coming. But interestingly enough, a lot of heads of video game stuff have come out and condemned him and Activision, specifically both PlayStation's Jim Ryan and Xbox's Phil Spencer, with Phil Spencer specifically going even further, saying that they're reevaluating their whole Activision relationship, which is pretty wild. We'll see what this leads to. Clearly, according to employees and outside people, Activision has a lot more work to do, and we're gonna have to just wait and see what happens. Now, along with that, we got some trailers this week for some stuff worth highlighting. They'll all be linked in the description down below, along with everything I talk about. So first is Multiverses. This is the long-rumored game from Warner Brothers. That's a bunch of Warner Brothers properties and mashups and stuff, so you can have Batman fight Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and yeah, just another one of these, but the Nickelodeon one was kind of cool, so let's see what this one's got. Along with that, I just want to point out they highlighted different skins for characters, and there's one with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo without his shirt on, and that is something I don't think the world should have ever had ever. Also, a trailer for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl that is dropping today. So the trailer is there if you want to check it out and learn a little more about it. But last but certainly not least, just want to highlight and point out the fact, because some people didn't realize, G4 is back. Like, G4 has officially fully launched as a new thing. They're doing streams and videos, and it's just really nice to see. As I'm sure a lot of you people out there, a lot of you guys out there definitely grew up watching that stuff. I certainly did, so to see it back is really exciting, and to see it back with a lot of familiar faces and some new ones, like they got the Completionist, which is cool, some YouTube blood in there, love seeing that, and also I know some of the people that work behind the scenes on it, and just good people involved all around. So I'm really curious to see how this goes. This is cool, man. G4 in a new age, 2021. Something I never would have imagined, but it's cool that it's here. So welcome back to G4. My shout outs to you guys. Go get them. Godspeed, Spider-Man. But that's it this week. We got to get back to work. So I definitely want to hear from you guys down in the comments what you're thinking about the stories, the Activision bombshell stuff, of course. Also the cheater thing. I think that's going to make for an interesting debate. Should cheaters be banned forever from a game with no forgiveness, no tolerance whatsoever? Or do you think there should be some levity there? Let's talk about this stuff. Let's talk about, of course, what you're playing this weekend. That is very important. Thank you guys for always dropping that in the pinned comment. It definitely helps us out. But let me know what you're thinking. We'll be down in the comments as much as possible, as always. But if you want to yell at me directly, find me on Twitter and Instagram and my other YouTube channel, Jake Baldino. Clicking the like button and subscribing and all that stuff is good, because we put out videos every day. But catch me here every Friday. Catch me on the Before You Buys. I'm Jake Baldino. See you guys next time. Pizza's on me. Have a good weekend.